Look, man, there's a lot going on with the Golden State Warriors. Here you go. Warrior scenarios. Warriors go 2-0 and the Clippers go 2-0. That means the Warriors will be in 6th place. The Warriors go 2-0 and the Clippers lose one. Warriors will be in 5th place. Warriors go 1-1. Clippers, Lakers, Pelicans go 2-0. Well, the Warriors are going to be down in the 8th seed. They'll be on the road for the play-in tournament. So they need to just win out, basically. They need to win, and they need to hope that the Clippers win 2 games. And I think the Clippers will win 2 games. I think the Clippers will beat Portland tonight. But also, I wonder, and I'm going to ask Millie and Festus this. I don't know if I'll ask them on air or off air. But what the Warriors are seeing, like Sunday, right? Say if everybody wins today. Lakers win, Clippers win, and the Pels win. And the Warriors go into Sunday. And now you get the posturing for that 5 seed where people don't want to play the Suns in the first round, right? Maybe the Clippers are up. They're like, who they play? They play Phoenix Sunday. And we're going to lay down this one. We're going to lay down. And then the Lakers are playing Utah. They're like, yeah, we don't want the 5 either. We want the 6. And then the Warriors are playing Portland. I wonder if somebody on the bench is like, hey, Clippers are losing. Lakers are losing. We need to lose too. So we don't get the 5 and we stay in the 6th spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, would there be scoreboard watching in-game scoreboard watching?
That's a great question.
And then you just pull everybody off the floor and you're just like, hey, Ty Jerome, I want you pulling up from 30 feet, missing every 3.
I mean, you see this in baseball down the stretch when a team loses and you're in like the 6th inning and then you still lose that game, but you clinch the NL West or the AL West, they'll celebrate like crazy. And yeah, you do yank all your players or whatever. So their magic number is what? To be the 6th, the magic number is 1, 2.
Yeah, but it depends on what these other teams do.
I kind of don't want to. Okay, this is going to. Do I want to face Phoenix? Not necessarily, but I'm also not afraid of them nor avoiding them.
Yeah.
Argument there, right, is you're catching them early until
That's
like turn into like a juggernaut. So listen, they've still only had 8 games now with KD in the lineup. They're undefeated, granted, but yeah, get them early rather than late.
I'm with that. By the way, shameless shout-outs. It is a Friday. Shameless shout-outs, 745. Line them up, 888-957-9570.
Phoenix versus the Warriors, because we've talked about how Kings and the Warriors have never faced, this late in the season when both are 500. They've never faced each other in the playoffs. Was the last Phoenix Suns Warriors playoff matchup in 1993 when Barkley went boom, boom around the back and yammed in Weber's face?
It was the last one.
Wow.
But Weber did that in the regular season.
Oh, that was the regular season. They beat us in 3 games. That was a 5-game series?
5-game series. They swept them. Okay. There was 2 very good games at America West Arena where the KJ just went crazy. I actually talked to Bull about that.
That was the year they went to the finals?
They went to the finals.
So he had Marley.
Well, no. It was the year after they went to the finals. They lost to the Rockets later on in that playoff series. So they went to the finals
in 92.
92, 93.
Okay.
So that 93 was finals. So that was 93, 94.
So, okay, in my mind, I thought that was Weber's rookie year, 92, 93.
It was Weber's rookie year was 94. Here you go. I'll pull it up right now.
It was 94? I
93, 94.
Huh.
93, 94, rookie year.
Why did I think Weber's rookie year was 92, 93?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm wrong.
But the Phoenix Suns swept the Warriors. And it was close games. Very close games. Look at the series stats here.
So let me guess. AC Green, I'm trying to think Phoenix Suns. AC Green, Kevin Johnson, I'm closing my eyes here. Tom Chambers, Dan the Man Marley, Danny Ainge, Barkley.
Richard, I tell you one right now.
Person?
And I tell you, I don't know if Chuck Person was on that team. I know Richard Dumas was on that team.
Ooh, good call.
I think Oliver Miller was on that team.
Oliver Miller, was he?
Yeah, I think so.
God, he was in the league forever.
I got to pull up the roster.
Pull it up.
All right. Charles Barkley, Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, AC Green, Cedric Sabalos.
One of my favorites.
Danny Ainge,
yes.
Oliver Miller.
Look at you.
Mark West. Frank Johnson. Skeeter Henry. Joe Klein, Elliot Perry. This is the 94 team.
Okay.
The finals team had Richard Dumas.
Gotcha. Okay.
Richard Dumas, I think, was in rehab at that point, unfortunately. Remember, he had some issues.
Those purple jerseys are still undefeated.
They're so sick.
I love those jerseys.
All games were close. Game 1, 111, 104. Game 2, 117, 111. Game 3 when Barkley dropped to 56 on the Warriors at the Coliseum. 140 to 133. And the Warriors actually had the lead going into the fourth quarter, but Barkley scored 56, grabbed 14 rebounds. KJ 18 to 12. Look at the Warriors box score here against the Suns in that Game 3. Mullen was 11 to 16, 4-6 from 3, 30 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Billy Owens 18, 6 and 5. Weber only 16 and 13. Sprewell, 27 points, 4 assists. Byron Houston started.
Oh, Byron
5
Houston.
points.
Was Vincent Askew on that team?
Or
Keith Jennings? Was it Keith Jennings?
Keith Jennings. Mr. Jennings. We had him on set a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah, he came out here.
Was he number 2?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, keep going. Alton Lister.
Jeff Grayer, Chris Gatley,
Victor Alexander.
Avery Johnson. Victor Alexander may have came off the bench, but he's not in this box score right here.
God, some old school.
So on this roster, names. Todd Murphy, Todd Litchie, Jeff Grayer, Josh Grant, Chris Gatley, Dale Dibbs, Judd Bushler, Victor Alexander out of Iowa State.
Arizona?
You ever hear the Gary St. Jean and Nelly story about Victor Alexander?
No.
So
number 52?
Yeah, 52. St. Jean and Don Nelson told the hotel, if this room calls you for room service, call us immediately.
Okay.
Right? So Victor Alexander had a
Pablo Sandoval.
Victor Alexander had a weight issue. And so he's up in this hotel room. I think they're in San Antonio. I could be wrong. I asked Willie. But St. Jean tells the story, and it's great. And so Victor Alexander, man, he orders a room service. And he went hard in the paint. I mean, you're talking milkshakes. You're talking about ice cream sundaes. You're talking about double cheeseburgers with the bacon, maybe more cheese. And so they got the call for room service. The hotel alerted Don Nelson. Don Nelson and Gary St. Jean went straight to the kitchen. They grabbed the food. Don Nelson put on a chef's hat.
No, he did not.
Go up to the room.
No, he did not.
Boop, boop, boop. Room service. Victor Alexander opened the door. Goes, oh, damn it. And Nelson and St. Jean are right there with the food. And then, so you know, Victor Alexander is running the stairs in the hotel.
That is great.
That is a great story.
That is great. Only
Big
Nelly.
Vic. Only Nelly, right?
Only Nelly.
Imagine that. Call us immediately.
A guy who has a belly that's been hardened by whiskey and weed. I mean, God.
Oh, man.
So here's
awesome.
2 things from the 954 and the 510. I don't think the Suns are that much of a threat as you're making it sound. I mean, they struggled last night to get a W against the Nuggets bench. I think the Warriors can get them. And then it follows up with the 510. Play Phoenix early while you're healthy.
Yeah.
You don't want them after a 7-game series and possibly not as healthy, and there's some fatigue for the Warriors. I'd rather have them in the first round.
Interesting.
I think there's something. Now, I see both sides of it.
I see both sides, too.
I think there's something to that, though.
I see both sides.
That's why I'm not playing so sadistic where I'm trying to I have to face the Kings. I just play it out. Just play it out and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Warriors and your chaps, and Draymond Green said it, I'm not afraid of nobody.
And that's how they should feel.
And so that's how they should feel. But I do get the point of waiting to see them. Thanks, Lubin. The point to see them later, and there's miles on Chris Paul's legs. There's miles on KD's legs. DeAndre Ayton is a little more fatigued. However, on the flip side, it may be better. I'm starting to talk myself into seeing the Phoenix Suns in the first round because Chris Paul's going to play some easy basketball now. With Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, Chris Paul's job has gotten so much easier to where he doesn't have to put a lot of stress on himself offensively, doesn't have to run every single pick and roll, doesn't have to have the ball in his hands every single possession. And Chris Paul quietly, which makes him so great, as a spot-up shooter wide open, he'll knock him down. He'll destroy you from the perimeter if you leave him wide open.
Selfishly, do you know what I want?
What?
I want Phoenix and the Warriors to face off in the second round. I know it's not going to be able to happen, but that's what I wanted because I would be in Arizona right around that time.
Oh, well.
Selfishly.
I want to watch conference finals.
So Kings are essentially locked into the 3 seed.
Well, if Memphis loses tonight, Kings win tonight. They're 1 game behind Memphis. And
would they want the 2 seed?
And they would have the tiebreaker over Memphis.
What is the sense that you're getting from the Kings? Do they want to move up? Do they like where they're at?
Well, I don't know what the sense is with the Kings. That's why we're talking to Kenny Caraway. But JD tweeted out yesterday about the injury report. And if I go to the injury report today, all their players are basically listed as questionable. So what do the Kings want? By the way, shameless shout-outs again.
I mean, aren't we all questionable?
745, shameless shout-outs. 888-957-9570. If you want to shout out anybody, your Little League team, your high school baseball team, your track and field team, softball team. If you want to shout out your family. If you want to shout out opening day. If you're going to the home opener, 888-957-9570. I don't know what the Kings want to do. They're in a very, it's kind of interesting where the top 3 seeds, the bottom feeders, in the Western Conference, not the bottom feeders, but the guys in the 6, 7, 8
People
spot,
limping in.
they're like, oh, I got no problem taking on Denver. Like, you could see a scenario where the Lakers play the Nuggets in the series, and the Lakers could be favored to win that series. The Warriors would be favored to beat the Sacramento Kings.
The last time the Lakers and the Suns faced was in the one where they were clapping like crazy in their face. Was that the one where the Suns didn't the Suns and
Yeah, there was the playing game. So the Lakers beat the Warriors in the play-in, and then the Suns ended up playing the Lakers.
That's what it was.
And
Jay
they
Oh, yeah,
had
that
the,
happened a couple years ago.
Andre
Yeah.
Drummond was doing the
That's
thing
right.
with Jay Crowder, and then everyone was making fun of each other.
Yeah,
and
then
he
he
got
because
hurt.
Andre
Yeah.
Drummond was doing the LeBron
Yeah.
post up, and then Jay Crowder started flexing on him.
And then the last time the Lakers faced the Kings, was that all the way back when? In that
Well,
Western
they've
Conference?
had a lot of series together.
but
Suns
was
and
that
Lakers.
the last one?
The one before that? What do you mean? So 2
Sun-
years ago,
No.
Suns, Lakers.
No, I meant Lakers versus Kings.
Oh,
If you're
well,
looking
yeah,
it down.
Yeah, the Kings haven't. Yeah.
So it's been that
yeah.
one. And I can't think off the top of my head of any Laker Grizzly matchups. Can you?
No.
Yeah. I feel like we are sleeping a little on the Grizzlies. I don't know. I not that I'm dismissing them, but I do feel like a lot of people are dismissing them.
Let's just think about Lakers Suns and all the history. I've seen Lakers Suns in the playoffs.
Well,
numerous times. Hell, when Barkley first got there, they were down 0-2 to the Lakers in the best of 5, and the Suns had to win
Kobe
3 straight
loss.
on their way to the finals.
Kobe lost the
Kobe lost
2010.
a couple times.
Alvin
Yeah.
Gentry when the Kobe they beat
When he
him, and
smacked
then
Alvin Gentry on the butt.
yeah, then Kobe did the way bye to him, smacked him on
Right.
the butt. Yeah.
So here's the injury
what was the
report.
one where the Phoenix thought that they had him and everyone jumped off the bench?
Oh, that was against the Spurs.
Oh, it was against the Spurs. Why did I think it was the Lakers?
Marty
Okay.
Stoudemire took one step off
Yeah,
the bench.
and they
Robert
all
Horry
got-
hip check Steve
yeah, they all
Nash.
got
and
suspended.
The NBA dropped him.
Yeah.
The NBA hosed the Phoenix Suns.
They did screw them.
So the injury report for Sacramento. Matthew Dellavedova out. The Curry stopper.
I didn't even know he was in Sacramento.
Hey, he's a veteran leader up there.
Oh, is he?
He's their vet. De'Aaron Fox, questionable. Red Velvet, questionable.
I'm not calling him Red Velvet.
Kevin Horter. I'm coming to Red Velvet. That's his name. Wow, Guru scored 20 points at Jockford yesterday. Damn. Trey Lyles, questionable.
That's the weirdest aside ever.
I have no idea.
Davion Mitchell, questionable. Malik Monk, questionable. Keegan Murray, questionable. DeMontis Sabonis, questionable. I just feel like they're going to wait to see what's happening in the Memphis game. Because if Memphis beats Milwaukee, they clinch the number 2 seed.
And then they have nothing to play for.
And they have nothing to play for. But if Memphis is losing in Milwaukee, then all of a sudden Kings, they're saying, hey, they're no longer questionable. We've upgraded them to probable. Now you got action.
I wonder who's doing both. I wonder who's going to opening day and then driving up to Sac.
Wow.
I
that
bet,
would be a
I
day.
bet there are some people.
There's some
doing
people
that.
up there?
I
wow,
bet
that's
there
a hell
are.
of a call.
I bet there are.
So the game, what time's
War games at 7,
Giants game end what around
4. Let's say because they've been in. It's been
it's a
under
lot of
300.
traffic. It's a lot of traffic.
I know, but it's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
It's Easter weekend.
It's Easter
Oh
weekend.
my gosh,
Wow.
that'd be. Maybe you get Premier
what I call-
Limos.
you know
Shout
what
out to Steve at Premier
Okay.
Limos. Go call Premier Limos.
You know-
They'll give you a ride up to Sac.
You know what I would call that drive with the family? That's the divorce drive.
Oh my God.
Right?
Why is it-
The one where you want to get a divorce afterwards because everyone's yelling, they're tired from the game. You know, can we pull over and get something to eat? I don't want to pull over. I want to keep going.
Do you have no idea, Shasky? Like, I'm leaving
Am I
specifically.
wrong?
No, because we're driving down to Monterey this weekend to go to Jade's in-laws for Easter weekend. So immediately when I get home, like at 12:30, I'm picking up Benny from daycare. We're just driving down there. Like, I'm not waiting until 4 or 5 o'clock. No
with me.
chance. And I'd rather drive at like 7 or 8 when there is no traffic.
So when you're driving down, like me, even if you got to use the restroom, are you going to lead foot it as far and as long as possible so you have as minimal amount of stops as
Correct.
possible? Yeah,
Yes.
that's me.
So I just pulled up Waze, right?
Yes.
And it's from here,
Okay.
from our location.
Which is almost near the ballpark.
Yeah. We're about 10 minutes away from the ballpark.
Some people might be parking right near
Right.
here.
So if you want to get there by 7 p.m., by tip-off, Warriors Kings, you have to leave at 4:40, according to Waze. Going to be a 2
'Cause
hour,
it's
21 minute
projecting the
drive.
traffic? Yeah.
2 hour, 21 minute drive.
I bet it's longer than that.
If you leave by 4, it's a 2 hour and 30 minute drive. And you get there by 6:30.
and that feels like 4 hours.
It feels a lot longer than the 2.5 hours. I mean,
You can't stop off in Vacaville to go to the outlets.
no, you can't. In and out, You better get some food on the way out in San Francisco.
Any NBC beef between the shows? Is there a smack talk? Is there something
with
going on?
pre and post?
Yeah.
Well, if the Warriors win tonight, we may have something cooked up.
Do they think that they should be in the big studio still?
Well, they'll be at the Go to One Center, but they definitely think they deserve a big studio.
Oh.
But
Well, did you remind them that you don't broadcast out of Sacramento? You actually come into San Francisco to broadcast?
no, I'm not going to do that. That's no.
Facts.
Nah, I'm not going to do that. They're part of the NBC family.
I haven't been to Golden One Arena. Is it pretty
It's
sweet?
sick.
Oh,
is
it
it
is.
really
I
cool?
like it.
I really want to go.
So SoFi is similarly set up where when you walk in, you're at ground level, coming out from the outside to in, and you go in, and then it's almost like carved in like underneath the floor, if that makes sense. It's got like a Colosseum-ish, when you look at the Roman Colosseum, it's like going down into the
Right.
ground.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Very similar. Well, you've seen pictures and stuff, but
No, I've actually been to the Coliseum.
Oh, I have.
Shout out Rome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But you know how it's like carved down?
Totally.
So the same thing, you walk into the Golden One Center and you're up so high and you're like, oh, whoa, I got a sweet view like SoFi where
Yeah.
you're up hella high.
It's a
and then you
standing
go
room
down.
only view. And then they have
It's
the
sick.
panels to where you can open them up and the light comes in.
I like it.
It's really, the lighting's
I
really
think it's a
good.
cool stadium.
And around there, they have the barbecue spot. They
Yeah.
get nice little food. They built the area up around there.
What's the name of that place?
I don't know. That
You
barbecue
got the
spot
burnt
was-
ends?
Dude, the barbecue spot was unbelievable.
They have one of those in Petaluma. God, what's the name of it?
I don't know.
I'm going to look it up.
Look it up right now. But I've been to Go to One Lub, and the first time I went up there was when Lonzo Ball was at UCLA. Played the Cincinnati Bearcats in an NCAA tournament. The game before that was Rhode Island with Danny Hurley coaching against Oregon. And who was on that Oregon team? Dylan Brooks, Tyler Dorsey, Jordan Bell. Chris Boucher was on crutches. He had gotten hurt that season. And Oregon came back from like a 15-point deficit. And let me tell you, why should I be surprised now? But there was so much trash talk because in college basketball, they put the media on the floor. So you get courtside seats.
Sauced barbecue was the
Sauced
spot.
barbecue.
And they give you the little squirt barbecue
Dude,
sauce
barbecue.
thingies.
The macaroni and cheese.
Oh, so good.
I think I had 2 bowls of macaroni.
Did. Well, you also got noticed by all the fans.
Oh, hey there.
Yeah, that's what they said to us. And then they came and sat down and talked to us.
No, we chopped
hanging
it
out.
up.
Yeah.
California classic.
I was afraid I was going to get barbecue sauce all over my white Klay Thompson jersey that's misspelled.
With his misspell.
And I didn't know. I bought that at Chase Center. How?
What is it missing?
It's TOH instead of THO.
Hey, Raven Ritter, hook my guy up, man.
Hey, that's a sweet jersey, though. The white one, the white rainbow, that one's.
Might be able to sell that on eBay. Get some money off of it. 888-957-9570. Shameless shout-out. Shameless shout-outs. Another key factor, Morelli's all over it. We brought this up in the first hour. Morelli's all over it. What if the Clippers decide to tank a game? They play the Blazers and the Suns, and they play the Blazers tomorrow. So
I don't see. I feel like we've all just kind of crossed the Clippers off of our playoff
they're
contenders.
a tough team. They look good.
Is
They're
Paul
deep.
George gonna come back?
I don't know, but Norman Powell's back, and he lit up the Lakers the other night. Lit them up.
He lit up
Tim
the Warriors
Bontemps.
in the finals.
Yeah, Tim Bontemps, ESPN.
Used to do a lot here at 95.7 The Game.
A lot. Well,
Some would say too much. In fact, I'll say it. He was on here too much, saying nothing.
Can't tell you. I didn't see it.
Calling it like I see it.
I have no idea.
There's something about, look, Tim might be a good dude. There's just something about the way he gave an opinion was so, I'm smarter and East Coastier than you, and I know things. It's like, shut up and just say what you feel.
damn.
He drove me nuts. And everyone, get Tim Bontemps on. To say what? To read the standings off? Jesus.
Damn. Bontemps catching strays.
No, he's catching the full
Now
clip.
I don't even want to play this out.
Hella arrogant.
Now I don't even want to click the button, Spinoni. I only want to click the button.
Let me summarize. If the Warriors do X, Y, and Z, they're winning it all. But it's if, a huge caveat.
Well, the Warriors are playing the Sacramento Kings tonight. Biggest game remaining on the entire regular season schedule. The Sacramento has got all of their starters questionable. Seems like they might sit this one out like we saw Denver last night. If they do, Golden State wins that game, Golden State's going to the NBA Finals.
Ooh, what do you think, Tim? Is that a hot take or a cold one?
It's cold, and I'm reluctantly saying it because I picked the Warriors to repeat before the season, but this regular season has not looked anything like I thought it would for the Golden State Warriors. So Right now, I'm on record as saying I think Phoenix is going to be the team to beat in the Western Conference, so I don't know necessarily that I'm going to change my mind based on how the Warriors play against the Kings. Now, look, they could convince me by winning a first-round series, and Wiggins is a major contributor. I might change my mind going into that second round, but as we sit here today, I don't think the Warriors are going to be able to pull this off.
I feel like Tim thinks that's a hot take. It said it was cold. What I'll say is part of the reason that Golden State winning that game is so important, it basically locks them into the 6th seed, which means they get Sacramento in the first round, and then they get Memphis in the second round. They avoid Phoenix or Denver until at least the conference finals.
I feel like I'm in a classroom listening to this guy. I can get it. If they win the second to last game against the Kings, who might not suit up anyone, they're winning the championship. It's one of the. Come on, man.
I honestly didn't know
From
you
the
hated
author
Bontemps
of
this
dumb
much.
comments, I know one when I see one.
So take you behind the scenes real quick. Like I saw this clip on Twitter. I was like, hey, this is interesting. Like maybe we can talk about this. So I pulled it. So I was like, oh yeah, Tim Bontemps. I had no idea there was this deep pent up anger towards Tim
I
Bontemps.
just think he's such a condescending jerk.
Oh my God.
There's this.
Hey,
I
London.
went to college on the East Coast. Let me tell you. It's like, dog, I know you got family money. Hence why you've been working for $20,000 a year, moving country to country, spot to spot, all around the world. I get it.
Shout out college on the East Coast.
Jesus, wake me up when he says something profound. At least Legler is like got chops in the game. I respect. I think Legler is one of the best on ESPN, hands down. It ain't the morning roast for nothing.
He nutted that thing.
Oh my God.